This one will be short. This is the most forgettable episode for the volume, because it focuses on Blake and RWBY, the two characters who have the least to do all volume. Blake and Sun go out looking for signatures, I guess. They're trying to pitch recruitment for the Faunus army on the streets, and that's weird. Like, not only is it a weird thing for Blake and Sun to busy themselves with in-universe, there should be much better ways they can pitch this defense mobilization cause to the people of Menagerie, but also, this is a weird decision by the writers. Aw, you know what'll be a totally fun moment for our action anime? Two characters holding clipboards and asking passerbys for signatures. Yippee! Oscar is back to training, I guess. They have him train a lot, likely to better convince the audience that he can actually hold his own for a while in the finale. That's fine, but they go about it in a weird way. Specifically, a boring way. He's always separated from the group, by himself, usually only chatting with Ozpin in his head. This scene doesn't grow him and RWBY closer together. It's just RWBY getting nostalgic and monologuing at Oscar. Both scenes feel like the writers were trying too hard. Trying really hard to have these shallow characters churn out dialogue that can kind of sound poignant, and it just does not work. The best part of the episode, Ilya's scene. Listen, the Albane brothers don't get a ton of establishment as villains. This scene is like their only time to establish their sinister motivations. On that note, Adam also gets a rare moment of actual threatening dialogue for him, but the best part is watching Ilya in real time start to realize she might not be as on board with the White Fang's new violent direction as she initially thought. I'll cover Ilya more in detail in a later episode, but rest assured, she is the best part of the volume in general. The worst part of the episode, Blake's terrible conversation with Sun. It's so weird watching Blake boil down her friends into simplistic, basic, one-word descriptions. Not only is it a bad scene that is not as endearing as the writers clearly thought it was, but also it kind of highlights how the characters have not developed since the beginning of the show. RWBY is still purity, Yang is still strength, Weiss is still defiance. Descriptions you could use for these characters back in volume 1. On top of that, these are really basic descriptions for Blake, their friend in-universe, to come to. This sounds more like Blake is reading the back of the DVD box. There's no personalization in these words, it's just Blake babbling vague ideas to fill screen time. A waste of screen time, and a peek at just at how simplistic and boring the writers are when it comes to how they view their own characters. Blake can only be as creative as the writers can be, and so seeing the writers still describing Yang is strong, RWBY is pure, screams to me that they don't care about the depths of their own characters. This lands at number 5. Oh, episode 2 and 5 both landed on their ranking number that matches their episode number. That's neat.
This one's to end racism.
So, what I'm doing is I'm going to be reviewing a new episode of RWBY every day for the month of October. There's a handy-dandy playlist of all the episodes in order, and a playlist from last year where I covered volumes 1 through 3. I hope you all have fun with the series. If you want to see the next episode a day early, consider becoming a patron. On that note, shout out to my $10 patrons. You're all amazing. Andrew, Valhalla Knight, Chamomile, Classy Critic, Noah Perkins, Sunny Shy, Jake, Amber, Hype Man, Isaiah, Scaring Crows, Not All That Evil, Holly, Boy Howdy Boy, Jacob, Ben Sketchbook, Rain, Omega Fighter, Trash, Wild Pilot, Josh, Twisty, Juan, Bunkin Duncan, Lycan99, Hoodie Angel, Ranger, Hut Mutt Butt, Cloudy Days, The Enigma, C1 Trooper, Sean, Primo Rune, Steve, and Overhypen.